Hey, Sarina. I imagine
when you speak, can you please take off?
Yeah,
I can read. Yeah, thanks.
I imagine you enjoy the atmosphere tonight. I mean, initial thoughts on the occasion.
Incredible. Yeah, no more words. It's just unbelievable. We know where we come from, and then playing here, Old Trafford, 70,000 people, making lots of noise, coming behind us, standing behind us. So it was really incredible. I hope they'll keep coming, and they do, because we have sold out stadiums.
I know ever since you came in, you talked so much about ruthlessness in games and finishing chances, and your team had done that a lot in the warm-up fixtures, but tonight it felt like there were some moments that they suffered in other games where they just couldn't quite get that final touch, that final shot to make things maybe a little bit less nervous tonight.
Yeah, I agree. I think we were a little rushed in the final third. We did create lots of chances, but yeah, the final touch or the choice on the ball to shoot or to cross or maybe just taking on, yeah, we can do that better. But yeah, the most important thing is that we scored one and we kept the nil, which is really nice too, and that we have 3 points.
And finally, the last sort of 20 minutes or so, I think the fans were getting a little bit nervous. I imagine you might be a little bit nervous as well. Do you think your players were perhaps a little bit tired, or why do you think it maybe was getting a little bit more tense for them in that final third?
I think we lost the ball too quick, and that's then when you come in transitions all the time, and that's really tiring. And they, of course, they wanted to push for a goal, so they pressed sometimes a little higher. They jumped more to our defenders, and then you really have to keep the ball because then you can control. And we didn't do that well enough. And yeah, then it looks like how it looked. But I do think the last minutes we were very calm and we kept the ball longer, and that was very mature, I thought.
Thanks, Sarina.
Thanks, Flo. We will go to Gail at Sky Sports.
Hi.
Beth Mead, when she was asked what you'd said in the huddle, said she couldn't hear because it was so noisy outside. You seemed quite animated. You normally are very, very calm in situations like that. What were you saying to your side, and kind of had the whole occasion got to you a bit?
I don't understand what your last sentence is, what you meant, but what I said in the circle. Well, of course, it's a good win. So congratulations with the first win. A win in the tournament and this start is so important. Gives such a boost to the team and the crowds. So that was very important. And yes, we had some very good moments in the game. We created a lot of chances. We should have scored a little more. But we had also some hard moments in the game and we got through. So that's just really good, I think.
What would you, I mean, you talked about creating chances. What else stood out from that performance for you today?
Yeah, that what I said. We had a couple of phases in this game. So we started not great. Then we got the control over the game and we pushed them back to their half, and that's what they did really well too. They were very compact, very physical, very well organized. But we did well, and then we kept the ball moving. We found Kira a lot. And then we scored that goal. It was a really good goal. And then it would have helped if we scored the second goal straight after. But then the second half, we had different stages too again. And what we just spoke about, we were too sloppy on the ball at moments that we should really keep the ball to keep control. And then they became a little dangerous with 2 shots on goal.
Just finally from me, there's been a huge build-up. There's been so much expectation. Leo said yesterday, we're not robots. We were quite nervous. So as a group, when you got back into that dressing room and kind of sat down, what was the overriding emotion in there as the group?
Yeah, well, because there's so much attention, we haven't been together in the group because everyone's running out to the media. That's the good thing about the tournament because it's so popular. But in the circle, everyone's happy. I think players run around and just, get a little unload. How do you say that? Just excited about the win, and yes, just for a couple of minutes we can celebrate that, and then from tomorrow we'll review the game and get started for the Norway game. But it's so nice to start, and yes, there's pressure, but we were very well prepared. The team was calm this afternoon, and of course there's some nerves. I think that's totally normal because we started tournaments.
Thanks, Gal. Go to the front row and Molly from the Times.
Hi Sarina, congratulations on the win.
Thanks.
I wonder what your emotions were like watching that Beth Mead goal, the fact that it was kind of over the line and then the defender nearly cleared it and then the goal line check, then the VAR check. What was that period like for you?
Well, first of all, I was really happy, as you might have seen. And then I stayed really happy, and I thought it was already on. And then I thought, oh, it's not sure. I thought, oh, I hope it's going to be all right. And then it was all right. And then I was still happy. Yeah.
Georgia was just telling us that how important coaches have always said to her it is to win that first game of a tournament. And I wonder why it's so important to start in such a good manner, and how big can it be to build as the tournament goes along to have this win sort of in the bag now, I suppose.
Yeah, it's, a good start helps. It gives confidence to the team. And so now to the next game, of course we want to win all the games, but it's really nice to have the 3 points in the pocket to go to the next game. Otherwise there's some more pressure on that game too, and that's not what you want. So of course we have a plan, and we play every game to win, and a good start really helps the team.
Thanks, Molly. We'll go to Emma at the BBC.
Yeah, congratulations on the win, Sarina.
Thanks.
I just wondered, given the fact that you've now kind of got that win in the first game over and done with, the nerves might have settled a little bit. Will you be hoping for perhaps a cleaner performance in the next game against Norway?
Well, of course you hope cleaner. You just hope to win and to play your best game. And I think Norway is a very hard opponent too. I think Austria's was very hard too. So yes, you just want to play the best game, and you don't know ahead of it, but you also know when you have good moments in the game or not so good moments in the game, just stick together and try to get back to control of the game. What we take from this, we now had a little too much phases, and what we really take from it is that at some point we could keep the ball and be a little calmer on the ball, and then that's when you start to control, and then you don't have to be in transition all the time, because then you come in the running game, and we want to stay in the football game.
Thanks, Sarina.
Thanks, Emma. Go to Tom at the Telegraph, please.
Thanks very much. Congratulations, Sarina. I wanted
Thanks.
to ask you about the team selection, and how difficult was it to leave Alex Greenwood out when she's been such a regular part of your team this season, and how unfortunate is she to miss out?
Yeah, that was a very hard decision, because we have tried a couple of things, and at the end I chose to put the back four that went out today. Yes, all the players, also Leah and Alex and Rachel, have played a lot during the season. So yeah, it's always hard, but it was also a very hard technical decision, because they all bring different things, and it's all good, and this is what it came out.
Yeah, and just quickly to follow with that, that meant you had 4 sort of right-footed players in defence. Was that something that you were doing on purpose tactically today?
No, not on purpose, because I prefer left footer, but I also think that overall in the team, and a little more defensive security too. Also, they're all good in possession too. And Alex with her left foot, that makes it a little easier. I don't think it was a problem today, but that's something that we really took in consideration. Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Tom. We'll invite any questions in German. If there aren't, we'll finish with 2 more. We'll go to Dom Smith first, please.
Hi, Sarina, I'll take my mask off for you.
Thanks.
Congratulations. Just one question from me, please. Final 10 minutes, it felt like the game was starting to slow down, and England made quite clever decisions in terms of passing sideways, seeing the game out. Were you pleased with that, and do you think that could be something that England use later on in the tournament as you look to go through it and play, slightly more, not even more impressive, but maybe more teams that are kind of considered favourites rather than Austria?
Yeah, I think it was very mature. The players made that choice during the game. It was 1-0. Austria didn't push too hard in that stage, so we got the opportunity to play the ball around too and play safer. You don't want to do that all game, but at this stage, let them. If they don't come, you want to drag them out and then play forward. But they sometimes did it when the ball was going, and then they would jump. But at the last minutes, they didn't do that. You don't know what happens in other games. Players will feel what's needed, and if you're up, you want to control the game. But if an opponent will push really high and press with 4 players, then you can't control it in your backline. You have to find other solutions. So it depends on the game.
Had you spoken about that before the game or before the tournament, in case you get into the leading in matches, making smart decisions later on in games?
Well, we do that in training sessions all the time. So when we say manage the game, when you're up, you can slow down, not keeping the ball, but taking less risk to play forward. And when you're down, you have to press a little more. So we do that in our training sessions all the time. I didn't speak about that during the game at this moment.
Congratulations. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Tom. We'll finish with Dan Pentland.
Hi, Sarina. Congratulations. It always feels like we're almost spoilt with the amount of quality which comes off the bench. You made that triple substitution in the second half. What was your opinion really on the 3 players that came on? It maybe never had the impact that we've been so used to seeing in the past.
Well, I did think they had an impact. I think it says also something about Austria. They did really well too, but I do think they came on. We just right away we had a big chance, and after that we had a counterattack with Chloe, where we could have got more out of it. So I did think there was an impact, and it again shows that the depth of the team.
Cheers. Thanks very much.
Thanks, Dan. Thanks to you all. We'll see you again soon. Thank you.
Thank you.